Well, thank you very much for coming. And yes, I do know how to throw a party. So thank you, I really appreciate it. We're gonna just have a short little program here. And then we're gonna go outside because it's not raining. And we're gonna do the ribbon cutting after that. But I just really wanna welcome everybody here. Everybody has said the same thing, that this is awesome. This is my absolutely favorite office. I've had many since my tenure at Enterprise Bank. Kathleen Stewart, she really outdid herself here. I really appreciate it. Tomorrow is our official opening. The doors will open now that the sidewalk is in place. And so I really invite everybody to join us and visit me, because my office is down in the corner over there with that nice, beautiful painting that's shining and making me look even more lovely than I already am. I need to introduce you to my staff, because without them, I wouldn't be as good as I am. So I have 4 mortgage officers that are here: Patty, Laurie, Julie, and Cheryl. I don't know if Cheryl made it. She was on vacation. So they are covering our 24 branches. Julie has an office here, so if you're in the Lowell area, please stop by and see us and see her. Contact any of them, because they cover our 24 branches in Maine, not Maine yet, in New Hampshire, in Massachusetts, and New Hampshire. And then I have out in the front area, I have my 3 amigos, that we call them, and they're here spread out, and they handle with our branches, our home equity lines. And in the corner is Michelle Porter, who handles our consumer lending. And if anybody remembered that this was a First Bank office, Wally Armstrong's office was in the corner there many, many moons ago. And then I have my operations staff headed by Mary Armstrong and Jim Weishaupt, who are actually upstairs on the 2nd floor, and my operations staff, Sean, I see Kim, Cindy is not here, Lisa, Colleen, Shelby, and Marilyn. And so they all should be around, because I want them to take a photo with us after the ribbon cutting, so please do not hide. Jack asked me a couple of days ago if I knew how many mortgage loans and consumer and residential loans that we originated since we've been open, and it's just under $2 billion. And so now the pressure is on. I have to do $2 billion, and I can't take as long as I did to do the first $2 billion. So I need your help, your referrals, and so we really appreciate it. I do want to also mention Mr. Duncan, and I don't know where he is here. He should be here someplace. Yes, thank you. And Mr. Maine, where's Mr. Maine? Is he around here someplace? So it really, they're really why we're all here, and they've done a tremendous amount of work for downtown. And everybody knows that I don't live in Lowell, but Lowell is my home away from home, and I really love this place. So this is just like it's really over the top. So thank you again for coming. I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Clancy, who's going to say a few words, and then we'll ask the mayor and the city manager to say a few words for us. So thank you very much.
Congratulations, Diane, and thank you everyone for joining us tonight. I'd also like to acknowledge a few individuals. I don't know where he is, but first, Luke Beauchard, who oversees the building of all of our space, both here and downtown in all of our branches. And Luke, where are you? In the back. Looks like Abe Lincoln. Way in the back. And Kathleen Stewart and Christine Hawks, who worked with Luke in our interior design, the lightings and the furnishings. And Kathleen, I think this lighting has you all over it. So you've worked with us at the bank for 30 years now. So Thank you, Kathleen. And I'd like to recognize Andrew Duncan also. I don't know where Andrew is. Andrew is in the back, and Andrew let me know that including the basement of this space, and you have to make it down to the basement. It's almost more stunning than the first floor right here. But he let me know that there are 33 pieces of art installed in the basement of this space, in your operation space, Diane, upstairs, and there's 8 more pieces on the way. And like I asked you the question about how many home mortgage loans you've made since the bank has started, Diane, I asked Andrew how many pieces of artwork we have in the bank. We have 850 pieces of artwork across the entire bank, and I think what's most noteworthy is that every single piece, other than a couple pieces, Joyce, that you might have picked up in China or Cambodia or one of your trips, every single piece has been purchased from local artists, so that's what's most noteworthy. I'd like to recognize 3 directors that are here, Ken Anson, Jim Conway, and Michael Tutziger, and they always seem to make it to our events. And Michael, your office, I know, is in Boston. Michael's the chairman of the wind companies, and he drives to all of our events, no matter where they are or any of our openings. So thank you to Michael, Ken, and Jim Conway. And I'd like to acknowledge Diane also, and I didn't even write these notes down, Diane. But,
I'm in trouble now.
you know, Diane has run the mortgage department for 30 years, and I know that I saw Jim Wild and Jim Cook and Jermaine Vigin, Allison Lamy, and Melissa Supernat, and they've all worked with Diane on home ownership initiatives, affordable housing initiatives, and it is so deep in Diane's heart to help people get into houses, realize their dreams. I think, Jim, I'm looking at you because I can see you. I don't think there'd be a Julian Steele.
Absolutely not.
Without Diane Silva, and she is a real advocate, and not only has she sort of overseen the origination of $2 billion in loans, but she's done it in the most responsible way, always looking to promote home ownership and affordable housing. So Diane, congratulations. This is the house that Diane built. I'd like to quickly share a little bit of information on what Enterprise has grown to today, and then share a little bit of information on some of our investments in our downtown campus. So first, we now have 525 Enterprise team members, and more than 275 of these team members work right here downtown. We now have 24 branches, and our total assets under management are approaching $4 billion. And I think one of the reasons we're gathering here tonight, our downtown main office campus now consists of 4 buildings. And with this space, we went over 100,000 square feet of space downtown. So that is very significant. And just a quick update on a few of our downtown projects. First, what we've accomplished recently, you know, over the last several years, we renovated and expanded into about 20,000 square feet of space across the street from the coffee mill in the first and the second floor there. Last year, we installed a state-of-the-art data center in the 4th floor of this building. It's very sophisticated. I can't get into it because it doesn't take my fingerprint, but it takes the fingerprint of our IT team. And third, why we have gathered here, we just completed renovating this space, including the space downstairs. And I think all of you know that this space was previously occupied by Santander Bank. Over the next few years, we have a lot in store. We will be renovating the space sort of across the alley that way. It's first floor space that we've been in for probably 15 to 20 years, but it needs a major renovation. We also plan over the next several years to renovate the space across the street from the coffee mill in the basement. And when we built the the first and second floors there, we actually, it was George's idea, we cut out some spaces to bring some sun into the basement. So if you make it downstairs and, see the first class job on the space downstairs, we'll do the same thing next door. And also over the next several years, we'll be investing probably a couple $1 million in facade improvements. And, that'll be a lot of the brickwork on the exterior, and, almost all of the windows will be replaced over the next several years. So, when you add it all up, what we've done the last 2 or 3 years, what we'll do the next 2 or 3 years, it'll be an investment of about $10 million in our downtown campus. So, and I just want to express that we very much wanted to relocate our mortgage center to the first floor. Diane had been on the second floor, but we wanted to relocate to the first floor as a statement to our community and as a statement to show our commitment to downtown, and as a reflection of our commitment to community lending. We always think of ourselves as Main Street lenders. It's sort of a phrase we use in the bank. We're Main Street lenders. A lot of our branches actually have Main Street addresses. I know this doesn't have a Main Street address, but I think Merrimack Street is really Lowell's Main Street. And I think Diane and her mortgage team really belong right here where we're standing today. So thank you for everyone. Thank you to everyone for your support over the last 29 years and 7.5 months. We will celebrate our 30th anniversary this coming January 3rd. And we'll be we'll be on our way to our next 30 years. And I think there's a lot of friends here tonight, a lot of friends of yours, Diane, who we have worked with and partnered with for 30 years. And you have all been so supportive to us. And, our mission really is to serve a higher social purpose. We really try to rally everyone in the bank and galvanize everyone in the bank around operating with a sense of purpose. And that purpose is to make a positive contribution to the communities that we operate in. And this investment in Diane's mortgage team, and I'm looking out at the team, moving to this space is an example of that. So in closing, thank you. The success and growth of Enterprise is entirely due to the relationship we have with each other. And tonight all is about saying thank you to you. So thank you again.